All right, you're good. Alrighty. Nate, appreciate it, man. New sound guy in the building. All right, cool. Wednesday, June the 1st, 2022, the first day of June. We're officially out here at Tin Roof. We're about to hit the 1 year anniversary, actually, coming out here. So I appreciate that. I see some familiar faces out in the crowd. $3 drafts, $3 run pull, $3 fireball as well. Again, sound guy Phil taking the night off. So we got Nate manning the controls. I'll be up here for the next hour and a half or so taking your questions, comments, everything else. We're talking Gamecocks. Of course, I'm Chris Phillips of the Spurs Up Show. Like I said, see some familiar faces behind the bar, $3 drafts, $3 run pull, $3 fireball. Take care of your bartenders as well. And again, really excited to chat with you all. Like I said, we've been doing this for almost a year now. Time has really flown. I've been doing this almost a year, and always an exciting time to come out here each and every single Wednesday. We are out here every Wednesday, 6 to 8, or right around 8 or so. Those tuned in digitally, appreciate it. I see Dave, Brendan, James, Luke. What's up, Luke? What's going on, man? Luke RJ has been giving me hell the last couple of days on social media, keeping me on my toes. Again, appreciate y'all coming out, though. Really excited. I feel like it's sort of the beginning of the off-season, the quote-unquote off-season, as much of an off-season as we get. Baseball in the rear view. Football is 94 days away. Yeah, 94 days away. And June is definitely the most dead month of the entire year for us, now that we have no baseball. Clemson, of course, fired their baseball coach yesterday. South Carolina retaining Mark Kingston, which was a big to-do over the weekend. Something we discussed very, very heavily via social media, and we've talked about all week long. Again, we can discuss that. Monty Lee is out at Clemson. I don't think we have any Clemson folks in here, but either way, Monty Lee is out at Clemson. And not surprising move at all. We got some new setup tonight. Not surprising move at all. Clemson, a very proud baseball school, a lot of baseball tradition, and so I wasn't surprised to see them make the move as Chico waltzes in. That boy, Chico. I saw Chico did the Murph on Monday. I had somebody ask me, it was you, asked me to do that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, thank you. I'm good. I got a workout in, but it wasn't a Murph. But anyways, either way, it's great to see you. Great to see you. Anyways, so Clemson getting rid of Monty Lee, Gamecocks retaining Mark Kingston. And I feel like our crowd's going to be busy about it. I'm not sure if that really moves the needle for many others. I'm not sure if it moves the needle for any others in regards to keeping Mark Kingston as the head baseball coach. Again, I am to the point now. I was very upset about it on Friday. Was not happy about it over the weekend. I am just to the point where I'm so over baseball. I'm so over this past baseball season and so ready to move on to literally anything else. And that's what we're going to be doing the month of June, talking everything you can think of in regards to off-season talk, uniforms, top 5 players at basically every position you can think of. So I am. If it's not about the College World Series, if it's not about the teams, in the regional currently, I really don't want to discuss it. I really don't want to talk about it. Carolina baseball is what it is. Season's over. Guys are off playing their summer ball, their wood bat leagues, wherever they're going, whether it be Columbia, whether it be the Coastal Plain, whether it be any other sort of league, they are doing their thing. So it is what it is. Board of Trustees is a complete mess. Those in charge of USC are a complete mess. Heck, those in charge in Columbia, I feel like, are a complete mess. So it is what it is. We're just we've got to suffer through it and deal with it and just keep it rolling, I guess. Continue to just support either way. But anyways, we are taking your questions, your comments. What's up, Dusty? I appreciate it, man. What's going on? Appreciate you tuning in. I have made my picks, by the way, for the College World Series. Postseason starts this weekend. I've actually got Tennessee winning it all. I think Tennessee's going to get it done. I outsmarted myself this time last week. I picked against Tennessee in the SEC tournament. I will not do that again. My Omaha 8 I could pull up real quick. But I do have Tennessee taking on North Carolina in the final. And I've got the Tennessee Volunteers getting the job done. I just think top to bottom, they are the best team in college baseball. I think no doubt. No doubt. They've got it all. They have no deficiencies. They have no weaknesses. I would challenge anyone who wants to pick against them. Why would you pick against them? The only way Tennessee, in my opinion, does not win it all, it will be on them. I don't think it'll be because somebody's better than them. I think it will be because they didn't play their best baseball, which, it could happen. It happens all the time. Look at the Braves last year. Were they the best team top to bottom that won it? Or when they won it, were they the best team top to bottom? Not necessarily, but they got hot. They got hot at the right time, and that's really what it's all about. So if Tennessee plays their game, they're going to win it all. And Brendan says Tennessee's not winning it all. Brendan, give me a reason. Don't just tell me why. Give me a reason. What's the reason? They're the best team. They are the best team. They are. Could you deny they're the best team? My Omaha 8 is Tennessee, Virginia, Oregon, Va-Tech, Stanford, UNC, Arizona, and then UCLA. That is my Omaha 8. Like I said, I've got Tennessee, UNC in the final, and the Volunteers winning the whole thing. So big upsets I've got. I got Notre Dame coming out of Statesboro, the 2 seed, the Statesboro Regional taking out Georgia Southern. I got Dallas Baptist beating Texas. In the Austin Regional. Virginia is a 2 coming out of Greenville against East Carolina. I think they take that regional. I've got, let's see, as far as the upsets. I got Oregon. I think Brennan Malone's Oregon team is going to make a run for sure. I think they're going to make a run. Let's see. Who else is an upset? I got Rake Forest, not Wake Forest, Rake Forest. They hit bombs all over the field. I think they're going to come out of the Maryland, the College Park Regional. Arizona is the 2 seed in the Coral Gables Regional. Miami, I think they will take that one. I think Arizona comes out of that one. Let's see. UCLA coming out of the Auburn Regional. Auburn's cold right now. I don't think they're playing their best baseball. I think UCLA will get it done. And that's it for upsets, because there will be plenty. And Brendan says the best team's ever won it all before. Yeah, I understand that. The number 1 seed I don't think has ever won it all, but you know what? It's got to happen at some point. And I just don't know. I don't feel like there's a team even remotely on Tennessee's planet right now. I mean, I think, it could happen. Certainly, Tennessee could lose. But if this team doesn't make it to Omaha, it is a massively disappointing year for them. They almost remind me of, and I know the scenario is a little bit different, but they remind me of the 2011 Gamecocks, where it's just like, we know they're the best team, you know they're the best team, everybody knows they're the best team. So it would not shock me at all. I expect Tennessee to do it. I think wire to wire, like I said, they went 25-5 in conference play. They went 53-7 on the year. There's just times where you can't outsmart yourself. And I'll tell you this, I'd rather take Tennessee and be wrong. I'd rather take Tennessee and be wrong than take somebody else and look stupid and Tennessee win it all. So give me the balls. I think they get it done. I think they're a real deal this year. I just, top to bottom, like I said, they have no weaknesses. They've got no glaring weaknesses. Pitching depth's incredible. They rake 1 through 9 rakes. Their bench guys rake. I mean, it's just, they're the best. They're the best. So Brendan, I think, says Stanford and, who did you say? Stanford, who else? Stanford and Oregon State. See, I don't even have Oregon State getting out of the Supers. I got Zona beating them, I believe. I think it's Arizona I got beating them in the Supers. Yeah. Let's see. No, UCLA. I got UCLA beating State in the Supers. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to actually have a reason to watch baseball. I'm excited to have a reason because, of course, Carolina's not giving us one. With our SEC Unfiltered platform, we'll be watching that. Also, some exciting news coming to the pipeline for those tuning in digitally, especially. You guys will probably know the significance of this. The Blue Wire platform in which the TSUS show is on, they have reached out in regards to interest in getting SEC Unfiltered on there as well. So, really excited. That is a big deal, huge deal in regards to business for obvious reasons. Obvious reasons for the business, great for the growth of the show, getting national partners, national sponsors. So really excited for that. Also, in case you didn't miss it, if you need tickets to anything and you want to save some money, and I'm talking anything, concerts, sports, comedy club, it doesn't matter what it is, SeatGeek, we got a promo code, $20 off. Using promo code Spurs Up, $20 off. We could all use, dude, the way gas is, we could all use $20, straight up. It cost me like $70 to fill up my car, so we could all use an extra $20. So whatever you need tickets to, I actually bought tickets to a concert in Atlanta like 2 weeks ago. Did not use the promo code because they didn't have it at that point. I wish I did. But it's promo code Spurs Up at SeatGeek.com. You can download their app and you'll get $20 off. You get $20 off. So it's a pretty good promo, pretty solid. Also, our friends at Prize Picks, we're still working with them. Promo code TSUS, you get 100% deposit match on prizepicks.com. So latest from Shane Beamer saying that NIL had no role in signing Spencer Rattler. He said, quote, from our end, none. I know he's worked out some deals that he got in South Carolina, and good for him. On the front end, nothing. And I read that, and I thought to myself, how cute is that? Because I know he has to say that. But to insinuate that Spencer Rattler came here for the love of the game and because he loves USC is laughable, to say the least. It is laughable, to say the least. Anyways, Chico, how you been, man? Yeah? You been working all week or not? It's about it's river season, tube season. It is. It's hotter than it's hotter than a fat kid in a sleeping bag. Straight up. It's hot, bro. It is very hot. Oh my God. We got to get on the tube, man. So I did it 2 summers ago. Got pretty litty 2 summers ago. No, it's 25. It's 25. I paid the right amount. It's fun though, man. It's like a just 3-4 hour, just kick it, spend a day. Yeah. Forget all your troubles. Go float on the water. Don't have to come back if you don't want to. Type deal. Yeah. It's a good time. It's a very good time. It's a very, very good time. Let's see. Somebody commented and said, let Spencer Rattler live his life, Chris. You don't have to say anything. I said, I can assure you Spencer Rattler is living it very, very well. Just, we get to make jokes on social media. Spencer Rattler gets hundreds of thousands of dollars to play college football. I mean, come on. Live and let live, indeed. John Edward going out of town late next week to St. Simon's. Yeah, very good. Love to hear that. Yeah, it's that time of year, man. Beach season, pool season, lake season. I'll be out of town this weekend to the upstate. We're still touring spots. We don't know where the next TSUS spot's going to be. So, I don't know. We might be staying in Cola. We might be going to the upstate. I don't know, my guy. I don't know. Bro, dude, I'm moving July 13th. I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm looking for spots. I'm just looking for spots. I don't know. Bro, Columbia real estate sucks. Dude, landlords can suck it in Cola. They can suck it. Bro, Columbia is either old, expensive, or both. That's it. Bro, I've toured some places in Columbia that were straight up dungeons. I'm like, I don't want to live in a college trap house. You know what I mean? But I don't want to pay $2,000. You know? It's absurd. Some of the places are absurd. They're not all bad, but some are absurd. So, I don't know, my guy. The market in the upstate's not bad. Not bad. So, Cola makes a lot of sense. That's what I'm saying. That's where I'm going. I'm going to Greenville, yeah. Dude, I got a lot of people trying to pull me up that way, too. To call at this, I love Cola, man, but to call Cola, to say there's a bar scene is aggressive. I mean, it's really aggressive. It is. Huh? I got wrecked on Twitter for saying that Tin Roof was there was some list, like every college city's best restaurant to go to. And I just said, I wasn't thinking, I said Tin Roof's the go-to spot. But they said restaurant. They were like, oh no, But in my head, I'm like, I don't, like, where else do you even go? Like, no offense anywhere else. I mean, last night I was at Vista Union, so obviously there's somewhere else to go. But I was also just chilling for like 20 minutes and left. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to like completely shit on the Columbia bar scene, but it is it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. DGD, what's up, man? Appreciate you. I saw you DM me earlier, by the way. I saw you DM me earlier. Yeah, it's funny. Mark Kingston's Ray Tanner's got everybody on edge right now. Ray Tanner's got everybody on edge with these hires, and Clemson firing their coach, and us not doing anything, and it's tough. Man. It's tough. It's tough. Very, very tough. So, but anyways, we are taking your questions, your comments. We're out here till about 7:45. So shag night tonight also. If you want to learn how to shag, you can do so. I think 8:30 is when they get going. 8:30, something like that. So yeah, shag night. It's a good time. Very good. Yeah, Elliot does a great job with it. So, but $2 drafts. There are Rumble Wednesdays are known to get a little crazy here. So enjoy yourself. Get some food. Tip your bartenders. All that jazz. So, anyways, postseason gets going Friday for college baseball. Outside of that, that's really all we got. Baseball for coming in the rear view. Football is way out. We got SEC media days next month. SEC meetings were just in the rear view yesterday. A lot of exciting things happening with the SEC. So, was it Hilton Head over the weekend last weekend? So it is that time of year. Like I said, it's that time of year to go on vacation. Yeah, I'm thinking about Chico. You ever seen when guys commit to a school and they have like the hats on the table? They pick one. I think I'm gonna make a video of like which city I'm moving to with the hats. Yeah, like gonna narrow down my top 3, and then Yeah, I mean, I gotta just make it dramatic. I mean, it's just what you do. I mean, I think realistically, it's either gonna be here, Greenville. If it was affordable, I'd go back to Charlotte in a heartbeat. Charlotte's dope, super dope. I mean, I'd go to Chuck, but it's just absurd. So, yeah. But anyways, I got a buddy that lives in Anderson. My sister lives in Simpsonville. So there's some motivating factors, and why not? Broaden the horizons, get out. So we'll see what happens. What's meant to be will happen. I believe that. What's meant to be will happen. Let's see. No other really big news. I guess we got NBA Finals going on, which I am not a basketball guy in the slightest. Looks like the Braves are playing right now. Braves are up. What, 2-0? No, 5-0. 5-0, the Braves are up. Been kind of a rough start for Atlanta. Like I said, we'll be in Atlanta in 3 weeks. I'll actually be in Atlanta in 3 weeks for a weekend. Let's see. I saw something crazy, by the way, today. And I'm not going to say who it was. But we have reached a point when it comes to these athletes. First it started with guys dropping their top 5s. Their top 3s, really. Their top 3s for recruiting and announcements. Then it went to top 5s. Then it went to top 8s. Then top 10s, 12s, 15s. Top as many as you can drop, pretty much. Then it went to kids dropping graphics for offer lists. That's absurd, but it's happening. Whatever. It is what it is. get on social media today and I see a kid dropping a camp list, class of 2025 prospect dropping a camp list of which camps he's going to go to. We're at that point now where we're just dropping graphics for everything. Like I was asking one of the guys the other week, I like to repost these prospects when they include Carolina in their top threes, top fives. But at what point is it like we shouldn't post it and we don't care? If you're in your prospects top 15, like who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Like who really cares? So we're to the point now where kids are posting about going to camps. And somebody just mentioned Jalen Brooks is back on the football team. What now? Wow. Jalen Brooks is back with the football team. Wow. That's big news. Wow, I am honestly shocked. That is big news. That's very big news. And you know what? I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him because I will not say what I heard happen, but it was not good. Put it that way. It was not good. Not good at all. And so for that to be cleared up, I am happy for him. I am happy that is resolved and he is able to continue to pursue his college football career. Because again, from what I had heard, it was not a pretty situation. So, there you go. Jalen Brooks is back with the football team. I'll be damned. I will be damned. I did not expect it. So, there you go. Another receiver added to that room. Another receiver gets added to that room. I honestly, again, I really thought Jalen Brooks is back with the football team per the state. Multiple sources have told the state. Per sources season. Wow, that's big. I mean, that's very big. Very big. If you want to know, well, I won't even say that, actually. I won't say that. Wow, that is shocking to me. Biggs and Wade, what's the status of SECU? I mean, it's going well. I mean, it's in the infancy. We've only been doing it about a week. So, I'm not producing content on that platform, that entity to the level in which, I'd like to yet. But again, it's still very, very early on. I'm sort of still just getting my feet wet, sort of feeling things out. I think starting next week, we're going to start to produce our own unique content for that platform. We're going to start to produce our own unique content for that platform. So, yeah, we'll see. But it's going well. It's going really well, actually. So I'm excited for the future, excited what's happening. So we're just getting this graphic out. Jalen Brooks is back with the team. I am very, very surprised. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm very surprised. So, good news, though. I mean, again, that's just more wide receiver depth. And now that raises even more questions is what will happen. How much will Dak Joyner touch the football? I don't know how much. I mean, how much will Jalen Brooks touch? It's another great question. How much is Jalen Brooks actually going to touch it? I don't know. You missed the entire spring. Already wasn't a major contributor, but it's just more depth. Another athlete in your receiver room. Why not? So. Anyways, all right, cool. Would you ever consider contributing for the SEC Network? Yeah, why not? take a call. We'll take the call. Also, in exciting news, Chico will be excited to hear this. Just big business news. Big business news. The trademark for Beamer Ball officially secured, locked in, finalized. Beamer Ball is your guys. So USC can have it for a Muschamp type buyout. They can have it. But we have secured that. Name says, who are your starting receivers? I'm going with Josh Vann, Antoine Wells. See, I don't know anything about Corey Rucker. I don't know enough about Corey Rucker to say he's a starter. Definitely Wells and Vann is the 1-2. Where are you putting Jaheim Bell? Is he a tight end? Is he a receiver? I think my top pass catchers, I'll put it that way. Vann, Wells, Bell, Stogner. And then you have like tiers. Then you go to the next group of like Amarian Brown, Dak Joyner, Rucker. Again, how good is Rucker? I have no idea. Jalen Brooks now I think falls in that category. Trey Kenyon. Xavier Legette. I forgot about Xavier Legette. He probably falls in that category. So, I still think guys like Dak and Jalen are fighting for like the 5th spot. You know what I mean? I don't see Dak being like one of our top 2 or 3 options. Doesn't mean they can't contribute. Doesn't mean they won't make a big impact for us. But I don't think they're going to be cornerstone guys. Again, that's not like a knock on them. We have flipped that receiver room, and we have depth. Thank goodness we have depth again, or we have somewhat of depth. So, Landon Sampson, another one. What's he going to do? You say he should produce as a freshman. I don't know that he will, just because we're so deep. Somebody says, if Dak Joyner would have started at quarterback, we would have had 9 wins. I disagree. I'm sorry, I disagree. I disagree with you, my man. I disagree. Chico, how's business? How's marketing, my man? Oh, you need to help me with my SEO.
I don't do SEO.
Oh, what are you doing again?
Marketing and advertising. Google Ads, Facebook ads.
Google Ads, bro. I need Google Ads. Dude, we need to work. You think I'm bullshit? I'm really not. The new entity, man, and the merch. We need to push the merch. Yeah. Me and Chico doing a little business together. You checked in on J-Mo yet? She's still alive?
Yeah.
J-Mo still alive? Good. J-Mo still got a girlfriend? Good to know. Glad J-Mo's still kicking it. Good to know. Yeah, there's no way we win 9 games with that Joyner starting. That's absolutely no way. Absolutely no way. Let's see. Yeah, there's no way we win 9. I understand, I guess, to a degree why people say that, but and I know Luke RJ would disagree. We had very heated debate on this today. The game plan in the Mayo Bowl was fantastic. Perfect, and it was a perfect day for that. I don't think on a week-in, week-out basis that works. I don't think on a week-in, week-out basis Dak Joyner is putting up those kind of numbers. I don't think on a week-in, week-out basis you can play a sort of smoke and mirrors game in which South Carolina played with him under center. I'm not taking anything away from that performance at all. Unfortunately, we'll never find out because Dak Joyner will never go through a year starting at South Carolina as the full-time starting quarterback. He never will, right? This is last year. Spencer Rattler's the guy. It is what it is. I would have loved to have found out, but it's not going to happen. But I just don't think on a week-in, week-out basis you could make a living running the type of offense they were running in that bowl game. Maybe so. What's up, my man? Good to see you. How you been? Yeah? Good. Great to see you, my man. Yeah, I don't think you can make a living running that offense. I just don't. With no run game, too, the reason it worked in the bowl game was because the run game. You notice last year when we ran the ball effectively, the offense looked great. It's pretty simple, right? When the O-line plays well and they're opening holes and you block and you can run the football, it's going to be surprising if you don't look good offensively. mean, I said it all preseason going into last year. That if games we struggled to run the ball, games we didn't run for over 100 yards, we're going to lose. And games where we can run the football, we're going to look really, 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 really good. We're going to win. And sure enough, I feel like it went exactly that way. When we couldn't run the football, we did not have the weapons on the outside to throw the football and win. I hope and think this year that will not be the case. I think with Rattler, we'll be able to throw the football much more effectively. And, you know, if we have to pass it, I think we'll be effective passing. I think we got more weapons on the outside. We got more weapons at tight end. We got a dude who can spread the football around, make all the throws. So we shouldn't have to lean as heavily. And I don't think defenses will be able to key in on the run game quite like they did last year. So let's see. We've hit 6:30. Nate, let's take a 5-minute break. Questions, comments? We'll take everything else. $3 Rumples, $3 draft, $3 Fireball as well. What did we say? 10 roofs, Jaeger U, or is it Rumple U? Jaeger U? That's what I feel like it should be Rumple U. I don't know. Either way, we'll be back in 5. Nate, cue the music, my guy. Appreciate you. All right. Okay, we're back. Appreciate y'all being out here again. $3 draft, $3 rumble, $3 fireball. Great food. I'll be eating after this. Do not sleep on the Tenerife food. Truly. Anything new on the menu? No? Anything? Are those mozzarella sticks on? Are they menu? Yeah. The secret menu? I normally rotate here between the chicken tenders. I don't know, the chicken tenders, it's loaded tots every time. Loaded tots every time. I haven't gotten the wrap in a while. You know what I really like here? The club. I like that club sandwich. That's a good point. It's a really good point. Yeah. Really good point. Big news. Everybody's commenting about it. Jalen Brooks is back, man. Jalen Brooks is back on the football team. Gamecocks wide receiver. Will he play? That's another question altogether, all entirely, but he is back. He's back. So, again, just happy for him that there was some speculation he would not return, and honestly, for good reason. He is able to overcome that or whatever. It works itself out, and he is back on the team. So very happy, very happy. You never want to see somebody's career. You never want to see somebody's career end early because of off-the-field issues. So glad it's resolved. Ray Tanner had this to say, by the way, about Monty Lee being fired. Got the news in our meeting today. It was difficult. I immediately reached out to him. He responded. I love the guy. Part of our business, not easy, especially when you think so much of somebody. He's the best. He's going to land on his feet. In other words, going to open. I have no doubt. So, yeah. A lot of love there, and I see why. Obviously, again, he was on staff. He was on staff with Ray, and they got a great relationship. So it's a shame. I would have liked to have seen Monty get the opportunity at South Carolina, but it just did not work out timing-wise. Anyways, let's see what the reaction is on Facebook, the Jalen Brooks news. Somebody asked, what were Jalen Brooks off-the-field issues? I'm not going to dive into it. Again, it was just violation of team rules, just some stuff that was going on that was unresolved. There's no need to dive into it. No need to even speculate because nothing's concrete. It was just a rumor, word on the street type deal. It was just some rumor, word on the street type deal. But, glad again that's resolved. Glad he's back with the team. And, it just helps Carolina. It helps you depth-wise. It helps, the more bodies you have, the more able bodies, that's a positive. That's a good thing. So, anyways, he is back with the football team, according to sources, per sources season. Travis, what's going on? Appreciate you, my guy. Brandon Coon, surprised we couldn't run the ball more effectively against Mizzou. Yeah, that's a great point. No, it was they had like one of the worst run defenses in college football. We still couldn't run the ball. So I don't know what the issue was. I don't know what the deal was there, but we could not run the football, no doubt. And that was a terror. You think back, what was the worst loss? We did not talk about that. What was the worst loss of 2021? That's something, because you don't want to dwell on losses, right? But we talk and I don't even know if we talked about what the best win was. What was the best win of the season? Was it UNC? Or was it another game? And then what was the worst loss? The worst loss. I think it's fair the worst loss was Mizzou, just because Mizzou was not a good team. They were not good. That's a game in my opinion, you should have won. I will say, though, was Kentucky at home a worse loss than Mizzou? Was Tennessee falling down 28-0 in the first quarter a worse loss? Was having 11 yards of offense in the third quarter against Texas A&M, was that? That A&M was an embarrassing game. Embarrassing. 44-14 final. 11 yards of offense late in the third. that graphic that will never go away, the picture of Zeb Nolan laid out on the field after getting decked. Should have put that on a t-shirt. That's my bad. But then Mizzou losing 31-28 to a bad Mizzou team. A&M was a bad loss, man, just in the sense of that game just dragged. That game was over from the jump. It was over. South Carolina was so outmanned. And I actually talked to a kid that worked for the team last year. He told me, he said, Chris, Georgia, A&M, I was on the field. They were so much bigger than us. I mean, it just wasn't even fair. So that is the battle that, or was Clemson the worst loss? 30-0. Let's not forget that game. I'll be honest with you. I don't know, man. I think Clemson might have been. Just because of the hype. Just because. Mizzou was almost like, it was so typical. You beat Florida the week prior. You're on the road at Mizzou, right? That one was so typical. It was like, that was just such a us thing to do, to follow up that great win with a dumb loss. Clemson was pretty brutal. That was a brutal. So I think I would anoint that the worst loss, honestly. I think I would have. The night game at Willie B, I think that was probably the worst loss. Best win of the year, I'd probably say Auburn. I would, to get the 6th win. I think to get the 6th, when you factor in quality of opponent, what's on the line. I'll be honest with you guys, I don't think UNC was all that great. I'm not surprised we did to them offensively. It was defensively that shocked me. But UNC wasn't all that good. You talked to Brad Loewen, he talked about how bad they were, how bad on the line of scrimmage they were. I think the Auburn game for sure. What was on the line, the quality of opponent, history against Auburn. And John Everett, I get where you're coming from. You could definitely say Mizzou, but I think the Clemson game, for the first time since 2014, having real hope that we could beat them, and to lose in the manner in which it did, so deflating, so demoralizing. So I would say Clemson was the worst loss. I would. Here's a fun question, too. We've been talking about attendance a lot. In case you missed it, by the way, this happened last week. Gamecocks looking with a night game at Willie B against Georgia State, 7:30 kickoff for the first game of the season, followed by back-to-back noon games. Week 2 at Arkansas at noon, week 3 against Georgia at noon, which is just complete BS. The attendance for game 1 last year, Shane Beamer's first game of the season, first game of his South Carolina tenure, was 64,868. Over/under that same attendance for the Georgia State game. And I'm going to go over barely. I think because Georgia State's a better opponent, I think they will travel. Spencer Rattler's first game, the hype around kind of football, night game at Willie B. I do think we'll have a little bit more. I don't think it'll be a lot more. In case y'all did not realize, we don't see 80,000 anymore. We don't see 80,000. It's like 77,000 now, which is stupid, but it is what it is. Slightly over. I think slightly over. See, they say Troy, we had 60,000. There's just no way. There were probably 40,000 people in there. There were damn near as many people at the spring game as there were for the Troy game. Kentucky had 77,559, good crowd. Vandy had 64,695. That's about right. I think that's about right. Florida had 70,131. Not terrible. Auburn, 70,299. And then Clemson, 79,897. And of course, I'd probably say that 9,000 gap was probably made up a lot by their people. So, either way, though, I think we'll go slightly over the season opener attendance from last year. I don't think it'll be a lot over, slightly. I think slightly over. Again, the big news, in case you missed it, Jalen Brooks is back for Gamecocks football. Jalen Brooks is back. I do agree. Somebody commented, very tough road ahead with this team. I do agree. I don't really expect Jalen Brooks to see the field. I don't expect him to see the field and make a huge contribution just because South Carolina, since his departure, has loaded up at receiver. They've added a bunch of guys, and Brooks already wasn't a dependable option. I mean, I just, just keeping it a buck, he wasn't the most dependable option in the world. So, had trouble catching the football. Did have trouble catching the football. I don't know why, but he did. Anyways, taking your questions, comments. Come on out. Tin Roof in the Vista. Tin Roof in the Vista. We're out every single Wednesday, 6 to 8. We actually do this, in case you're interested. We do this. I do this every single day, noon to 2, on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. We do a daily digital live show. Chico could call in, shoot the shit one day, call in and like impersonate somebody. Dude, if you heard some of these callers, and I love our callers, by the way. I want everybody to know. If you heard some of the callers, though, I mean, you just be like, what is going on? I mean, I got people calling in talking about breaking up with their boyfriends and girlfriends and asking for advice and asking for life advice. And I'm like, I am not equipped for this. I'm not the love guru. I'm not Dr. Phil. No. I had to think for a second, and I was like, wait, wait a minute. Yeah, had to connect the dots there. I've had Clemson people call in and try to troll, though, for sure. Oh, that have trolled, for sure. Especially when we get in season. Oh, God. It's bad. It's bad. It's very bad. Dude, you know what? Actually, my guy, on a serious note, how long you been doing your business? Like a year? 2? Bro, you need to. So I spoke this morning. Humble brag. Spoke this morning at you ever heard of 1 Million Cups? You ever heard of that? So I've shared it before on my social media, but it's like, basically it's just like an entrepreneurial networking event. And they let people speak, business owners speak. You can apply to present, but like any business is like 0 to 5 years, or if you just started a new venture, or you should do it. It gives you a chance to just pitch all your stuff, meet local entrepreneurs or just whoever's there. And if nothing else, you get practice giving your pitch. You know what I mean? How you got started, entrepreneurial journey, vision for the future. It's like a 6 to 8 minute presentation, and it's open mic Q&A. So I did it this morning, bro. You ought to do it. That was good. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, I love it because I don't get to talk about the business side. I spend all my time talking Gamecocks, which is fine, but I don't get to dive into the nitty gritty with the entrepreneurial side, which I love that side of it. I love the business side of running a business. But it's hard trying to condense, a 5-year journey into a 6-minute window. So I tried to hit on the highlights, obviously. But it's good. No, it's good. It's really, really cool. You get to meet some cool people. You're not going to regret doing it. Yeah, so it was literally down in 5 Points. You ever heard of the old, it's 711 Saluda Ave, the old white mule or something like that in 5 Points or something? It's like some indie. It's on that same road where Bang Back is and where Starbucks is or whatever. Whatever it is. But, you want even just practice doing your pitch. You meet some good people. I'll show up and support. Ask you some questions. But it's cool. It's for real. It's cool. You get to network with some dope people. So, and shout out those 1 Million Cup people if they're tuning in. Appreciate it. Appreciate it for sure. Yeah, Spider-Man. We had Spider-Man call in. John Edwards says over. Over. All right, word. Over. I hear you. Over. Tennessee is Brendan M. He says that's the worst loss of the season. I mean, dude, I will never do a watch party at Carolina Ale House in Somerville for a Tennessee game ever again. I know that's very specific, but we have done two. One for football, one for basketball, and both were a nightmare. We got destroyed in both games. So we're going to avoid at minimum doing Tennessee. We're going to avoid at minimum doing Tennessee. So, yeah, just what a time, truly, what a time. But, yeah, Tennessee was a tough one. Go down 28-0. It's so funny. I think Dalton was here last week, and you'll hear other people saying, I don't think Tennessee's that much better than us. If you just take away the first quarter, it's like, well, that's not how sports works. We played the first quarter. You know what I mean? Like I could say, well, just take away every bad play we had in that game and we win. That's not how it works. You play the game. So you can't just take away the first quarter. So I get what Dalton was saying. But I just, I think that's just fan wishful thinking. So Luke RJ again, but I want to say thank you to Luke keeping me entertained all week. Luke, your calls, the back and forth on social media. See, Luke, you think you're doing me. You thought you were doing me a disservice. You called in. You apologized. That's what I was trying to tell you, my guy. There's no need for that. There's no need because honestly, if we're going to have that type of banter, that type of debate, this is the time to do it, Luke RJ. The month of June, ain't nothing going on. Not really, you know what I mean? There's stuff going on, but not to the degree in which when we get into August, we get into September, obviously, in the season. So, hey, let's have that type of banter. Let's have that type of discussion. Let's talk about different decades of Carolina football. So I wish we had some old head Gamecocks in here. We could have this debate and discussion with them. And what the thing is, too, Luke RJ, so funny is I've had guys that played on those teams in the 90s on my show. And I would tell them, it's like, I don't mean it disrespect to you personally, but for example, Anthony Wright and John Abraham. It's a shame because John Abraham played on some terrible football teams, like some really bad football teams. But he's an NFL Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? So it's nothing personal with him, but it's just the reality of the teams he played on. Let's see. Side note, complete side note. How about Johnny Depp getting the dub today? Did you see that, Chico? Johnny Depp won his defamation case thing or whatever it was against Amber Heard. Johnny Depp won. Yeah. I think he gets like 8.7 mil off her or something. Yeah. A cool 8 mil, which for him is like nothing. Pirates of the Caribbean 6 on the way. You'll remember this as the day that you almost caught Captain Jack Sparrow? Yeah. I didn't meet one person that wasn't Team Johnny Depp. Everybody was Team Johnny. But what I thought was wild is like he was suing her for, basically slandering his name. But then they have to go to court and they're like reading every text they ever sent to each other. I'm like, bro. That's almost worse than the damn. Don't be going through all my texts, bro. My texts are my texts. I don't need you seeing everything I text. Yeah, it's almost different too. Like if you want to go through my phone, that's one thing. But if you want to print my text on a sheet of paper, I just feel like that's different. There's some shit in text that just don't read quite right. You know what I mean? Just don't read quite right. And then all the audio recordings they had. You got people using them as like TikTok sound. Oh, yeah. It's a jar of dirt. Then talking about her taking a shit on the bed. How about that? Are we just going to ignore that? Right. Bro, there's some weird people out there, man. And I'm not here to kink shame, but I will shame you if you do that. Dude, yeah. You ever seen, what's the movie? Is it Not Another Teenage Movie? Or, no? You haven't stopped right now, go watch it. You seen that movie? Good God alive. I mean, it's not that old of a movie. It's like 2000s, early 2000s. Not Another Teenage Movie. I can't even say the reference now because it's not going to make any sense. But there's a reference to what we were just talking about somewhat in that movie. Pretty funny. Let me make sure it's the right one. I'm pretty sure. Not Another Teen Movie. 2001. I mean, $21 years ago. It's a crazy thing that's when that movie dropped. Good God. December 14th, 2001. Did $66 million in the box office, so pretty good. It's got yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like American Pie-ish. That's sort of the vibe of the movie, American Pie-ish. Anyways, highly suggest. Highly suggest. Highly suggest. These are the most fun when we don't. Let's see. Yeah, Luke RJ. Jomo was a legend. Jomo was a legend. Not Jomo like our Jomo at Tin Roof, but Joe Morrison, the man in black. Truly a legend, man. Truly a legend. Gone too soon, man, for sure. I mean, that's such a Gamecock thing, right? We get a great head coach, and he's taking us to new heights, and then he passes away. I don't want to joke about it, but my goodness. Just crazy. Just crazy. All these teams posting their getting on the bus pictures for college baseball. It's like, if you didn't post a picture of the team getting on the bus, did you even go to the region? I guess not. Let's see. Commissioner Greg Sankey said the league has asked Oklahoma and Texas for their input on SEC future scheduling models, 8 games or 9 games, status of divisions, etc., although neither school is allowed to vote on any changes yet. Okay. Also, by the way, in case you missed it, today's show that dropped this morning, we had Ryan Suckup on the podcast. Super Bowl champion Ryan Suckup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Very great conversation. I asked him what it was like being teammates with Tom Brady. That was very cool. Very cool. Suckup a legend. Loved watching him. Loved watching him when he was at Carolina. So, loved watching him. Let's see. Tennessee. Excuse me. A thread regional winners. They have regional odds. Tennessee is minus 525 to win their region. Statesboro. Let's see. Notre Dame's the favorite, plus 145. Isn't that something? Wow. Let's see if there's any surprises. The team I got, Dallas Baptist, is plus 340 in Austin. Virginia's plus 1. They're the favorite, plus 100 to win Greenville. I'll be damned. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? I thought about that, possibly going to Knoxville this weekend, or just going on the road to a regional. But got to look for a house. Got to look for a place to live. Anyways, Luke Arley, appreciate you coming. I appreciate you tuning in. We have hit 7 o'clock on hour number 2. Again, we do this every single day, noon to 2 on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, taking questions, comments, calls as well. It's a really, really good time. You can think of almost like Paul Feinbaum for South Carolina. I mean, really, it's just the Wild Wild West. Anybody can call in. Anybody can leave comments. Anybody can leave questions. Again, I do this. So this is the 3rd time I've been live today. 3rd time I've been behind a camera, behind a mic today. We've talked for 30 minutes this morning, 2 hours, 12 to 2, and then we do this for 2 hours. Wednesdays are crazy. On that note, we are going to take 5. Nate, hit the music. We will be back again going into hour number 2. $3 drafts, $3 rumble, $3 fireball. Tip your bartenders for the love of God. They got gas to pay for, bills to pay, all that good stuff. All right, back in 5. Hit it, Nate. Alrighty. Appreciate you, Nate. Phil would be very proud. Do we know where Phil is? Like, just taking a break. Sometimes we all just need a break, you know. Except for me, who never takes one. Dude, I haven't not. I was talking about this morning. I haven't not posted on social media like at all in probably 5 years. Like, I haven't woken up and not posted something to Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram probably 5 years. Like, dude, literally, there was one day that my phone broke, and I didn't post something until like 5 p.m., 6 p.m., and people thought I was like in jail. They thought I was dead, just straight up. They're like, where is Chris okay? So it's pretty wild. That's kind of weird, right? It's like whole life lived on social media, but whatever. It is what it is, huh? Oh yeah, for sure. You only put out there what you want people to see, so you know. But business is housed on those platforms, so I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. Anyways, we're taking your questions, comments. We'll probably go about another 30 minutes or so. 30 minutes or so, we'll let the guys get up here and get ready for Shag Night. I think they'll get going about 8:30 or so. You're surely going to grab a bite also. Great night to have a night. Postseason gets going this weekend for college baseball. Unfortunately, South Carolina will not be participating. So yeah, lose that game in '84, my guy. Undefeated. We did indeed. You never know what will happen over the break, just like that. Beach trip is planned. We're going to the beach Sunday. You know, we're going to the beach. Love that. We are going to the beach. Let's get after it. Charleston, Chucktown, here we come. Folly's a good one, yeah. I love Folly. Folly, probably? Go to a little taco boy at Folly? Little taco boy? With what? Sand and water? That narrows it down. Yeah. Place is bomb. Yeah, I spent a lot of time down there. 2020 summer for sure. Just down on like James Island and Folly. Yeah. That was like the beaches were like the only place that was open, really. You could nobody cared. I remember going summer of 2020 into Isle of Palms. It was like shoulder to shoulder, which is a little much. Yeah. Oh no, it's dope. Super dope. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, it's tough. But it's a good time, seriously. Folly's dope. IOP's dope. I was in Hilton Head this past weekend, so that's I feel like everybody was at Hilton Head this past weekend. I got on Instagram and saw like 50 posts. Yeah. I mean, why not? It was a beautiful weekend to do it. So yeah, I guess we'll go to Folly Sunday for the day. A little day trip. We're already there. Can't wait. Let's see. June is definitely going to be the beach heavy month for me. That's going to be. We're taking a couple of trips for sure. Things are either that or hang out in the pool in my backyard. The little mini. It's like a mini blow up pool. It's not. Don't get any crazy ideas. It's like a tiny mini blow up thing. So I mean, you got to go on Amazon. It's like $60. It's good for the summer. Get rid of it. Or you make friends with somebody with a boat or somebody who lives in an apartment complex. I do have a boat friend, yes. I did, yeah. One of my good buddies, yeah. They went out there, when was it? They went out there last week. Yeah, last week. But it was very last minute, so I didn't go. I think it was Sunday, maybe? I think it was Sunday. So yeah. Yeah, if you got a boat, you're a very popular dude. It's not me though. My buddy has it. So I'm the one trying to get the invite. So yeah. Fits a grand total like 4 people. Yes. Yeah. 4 bodies. 4 bodies can fit in, I think. Maybe 5. Yeah, do not have the boat on lock yet. But either way. We got the pool connects. For sure. Yeah, good way to cool off. But it is that time of the year. Or hit the lake. Yeah, or hit the lake. We got the homie that lives out in Chapin on the lake too, so we got options. But anyways, $3 rumble, $3 drafts, $3 fireball as well. Grab a bite while you're here. Really, really good food. Don't sleep on the food. Shag night tonight at 8:30. And I know they probably got a lot planned this weekend. So yeah, a lot going on. Luke RJ, you're a funny dude, man. I appreciate you. Somebody commented, boat friends will take beer as payment. Indeed. Yeah, they will. Yeah. I don't know about my buddy. I don't know exactly. I mean, the thing with his boat is it's a pontoon. But so it's not like, I mean, only like 10 people can go. Good for tanning? What different? Okay. I'm not trying to like pimp my buddy's boat out right now. Like, I don't know if he'd appreciate me doing that. I mean, right. I mean, yeah. You own a boat though. You start to make a lot of friends. Yeah, you start to make a lot of friends. I mean, dude, I'll tell you this too. I went out there with them last year, July 4th. People that party on the lake, they are a different breed of human being. It's a different party. When you mix in water and heavy machinery, things get very out of control. Yeah. More out of control than a night at 10 roof, and that is saying something. So, yeah. Lake folks know how to throw down. Which will probably be out there, though, again. I don't have any July 4 plans either, so we got to figure that out. Maybe some Lake Murray. We'll see. Either way, though, it's crazy we're coming up on a year being here. Robbie Davis says he wanted to say that he thinks Spencer Rattler to Bell will be the first touchdown of the season. I can see it. I'm going Rattler QB sneak. That's a safe answer. Very safe answer. Very safe answer for sure. But yeah, Rattler to Bell, I could see. I could see Rattler to Stockner. I could see what if it's defense? What if it's a defensive touchdown first? Special teams, maybe. A little Beamer ball to start. The year. Never know. I'll be honest with you. People are asking about Lake Murray, Marion, Moultrie. I'm more of a beach guy than a lake guy. I prefer the beach to the lake if I got to pick one of the two. I grew up going to the beach more than the lake. But I do like the lake. Let's see. Yeah, again, in case you missed the big news, Jalen Brooks is back. So, big news. I mean, again, I don't know if he's really going to make a contribution, but just for the depth of the wide receiver room, I think that's big. Having another body. And who knows? Maybe his game has evolved and he can make a contribution. He can really push Van and Wells and Rucker and, Dak Joyner and some others, Legette, whatever, Landon Sampson. But just to have another body, to have competition, that's all you want. Iron sharpens iron. Great to have that competition. And, so excited to see what he can do. You mix him in, though, with Jaheim Bell as well, Stogner. We were talking about this today on the live show. How much is Dak Joyner going to get the football? I mean, the thing is, there's only one ball. There's a lot of guys that want the football. So, how do you keep everybody happy? That's the big thing. How do you keep everyone happy? And does NIL play a part in this, right? Because here's the thing. You ain't putting up numbers. You ain't getting NIL. You ain't getting no money. You ain't getting paid. So guys are going to want to touch the football. There's no question, right? Guys are going to want to touch the football. Daddy O says going on a limb. If our O-line plays well, we'll win 10 games. That is a dangerous way to think. That is a very, very, very dangerous way to think, my friend. I just, if you just want to make a bold prediction, so be it. You want to make a bold prediction, I hope it comes true. I think that's a dangerous school of thinking. I think a 10-win season is even beyond like my best case scenario for this team. Like I think if everything realistically went right, 9-3, probably your ceiling. And I don't think you're going to be worse than 6-6. Like worst case would be 5-7. And I'm talking like injuries happen, 5-7. That's why I had a guy ask me last night, the over-under. If you can get it at 5.5, hammer the over. I thought the perfect over-under was 6.5. I think 6.5 gets you even money on both sides. I really think 6.5 gets you even money on both sides. For some reason, Vegas likes 5.5. They like 6. I think you hammer the over in both those cases, both those instances. I don't think this is a team, barring injury, knock on wood. I don't think this is a team that misses the bowl game. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I think you got Georgia State, Charlotte, SC State, Vandy, all as basically guaranteed wins. I'm not trying to, lock in Georgia State too early, too quickly. But I think those are 4. And then out of the rest of them, I think you get Mizzou. That's 5. And then out of Kentucky, Tennessee, Florida, I think you get one of them at minimum. Right? At minimum. I feel like I'm forgetting some teams too. Then you've got the A&M, Georgia, Clemson. That's your 7. So I think at minimum you're getting to 6. I think at minimum you're getting to 6. Now again, you go screw around and you get upset by Georgia State week 1. Well, you can throw that out the window. Maybe 5-7 comes into play. But I don't see that being the case. I think a worst case of 6. No, excuse me. I think the worst case of 5-7 is right, but I think this is a bowl team. I'd be confident taking the over 5.5. I think 5.5 is just disrespectful. Truthfully, I think it's disrespectful. So, we'll see. It's Shag Night tonight, 8:30. I believe Elliot and the crew are going to be in here soon, probably. Going to be grabbing a bite. We'll be chilling, hanging around Tin Roof for a bit. Daddy O says worst case is 7-5. Daddy O, you are very, very optimistic to say the worst case is 7-5. This team is more than capable of going 6-6. More than capable. Because, Daddy O, you're saying the offensive weapons. Let me play devil's advocate really quickly. Josh Mann is back. He has proven himself after last year as a legitimate SEC weapon. Antoine Wells is an FCS transfer. Corey Rucker is an FCS transfer. Right? Is Arkansas State FCS, right? Yeah, I believe so. Or are they just not Power 5? Whatever. Wells has gotten to prove it at the SEC level. Rucker's gotten to prove it at the SEC level. Dak Joyner's got to prove it wasn't just a one-game wonder. Xavier Leggette's got to prove he can finally just step up and be a contributor. Jaheim Bell's got to prove that he can be an every week type of contributor. Heck, Spencer Rattler's got a lot to prove. That he's going to be the good version of Spence, not the bad version of Spence. Stogner's got to stay healthy. The O-line, how about the O-line? The O-line's got to prove it. If the O-line plays bad, we're more than capable of going 6-6. More than capable. Absolutely more than capable. So, I don't buy this 7-5 worst case. I don't buy that. I'm going to sell that. Okay. Arkansas State Sunday. My bad. But there's still questions. The point is there's still questions in this team. Marshawn Lloyd's got to prove it to me that he's going to be the Marshawn Lloyd we think he's going to be. And again, it just comes back to the O-line. So I don't think 7-5, worst case. I think that's aggressive. I think this team can most certainly go 6-6. I think you're going to see most experts. I think you're going to see most experts picking Carolina to go 7-5. I think that's where it's going to fall. I don't think you're going to see anybody making bold predictions one way or the other, like any 5 and 7s. I don't think you're going to see a lot of analysts or experts pick 8 and 4, 9 and 3, God forbid. I don't see a lot of that happening. But so I think 7-5 is going to be about the number where you see Carolina land in Garth's predictions. Daddy O, take the over, hammer the over if you're that confident. I mean, you're getting it on the low at 5.5. Get it, grab it, take it. Why wouldn't you take it? If you think worst case is 7, you want to hammer the over and laugh your way to the bank when we win 8 games. Let's see. What about Florida? Yeah, I think Florida's the biggest mystery in the conference, or one of the biggest mysteries. I think they're one of the biggest mysteries in the East for sure. Everybody's so down on Florida. They're going to be terrible. They're going to be this. They're going to be that. At the end of the day, I think it's still Florida. They've still got talent. And Florida's going to get the benefit of the doubt because they're Florida. Yeah, Mike Yuva tweeting, I can confirm Jalen Brooks is back with the team as first quarterback in Portland. Interesting. And here's the thing, nobody is going to tell you why he wasn't with the team. Nobody's going to tell you why Jalen Brooks was not with the team. I'm not going to be the one to do it either. I think I just got a follow from Spencer Rattler's dad, by the way, on Twitter. How about that? Spencer Rattler's pops throwing the follow. Good looks. Good looks, Michael. Good looks, Michael. Indeed. How about it? How about that? Michael Rattler shooting the follow. Appreciate it, Mikey. Good looks. We got a fly issue in Tenerife, I think. I saw the fly things up there on the bar. Now I see why. Do what? Yeah. I don't know. It's that time of year, man. Anyway, Luke RJ says beer 30. Indeed. Nothing better in the hot summer than a cold beer. So, Luke RJ, Satterfield has to prove he can call good games. Yeah, I mean, listen, with Sat, it's either put up numbers or get out. It's put up numbers or get out for sure. And then there's just no questions. Put up numbers or get out. So, Sat's job is on the line. Yes, TSUS, we have flags for sale. Yes, TSUS.store. TSUS.store. If you go on the left side, you'll see all the options. There is a flags tab. You can click that. We've got basically any flag you can think of. You need to pick one of the ones that is already designed in the store, or there's an option at the top too. You get a custom flag, any logo, any color, any of that from our collection. So TSUS.store, where you can find all that. On that note, let's jump into a quick 5-minute break. Last one, and then we'll close it out on the other side. Back in 5. Nate, you know what to do, my guy. All right. All right, we're good. Final 15 minutes or so. We'll take some more questions. Appreciate y'all coming out again. $3 drafts, $3 rumble, $3 fireball as well. Grab yourself a bite to eat. Tip your bartenders. Take care of them. And let's have a hell of a night for sure. Appreciate y'all coming out again. We're out here live every single Wednesday, 6 to 8. As I mentioned prior, we're coming up on a year. We're coming up on a year of doing this. It's wild to see how it's evolved and how things have grown, and where we were a year ago. A year ago today. So it's really, really cool. Again, appreciate the love, appreciate the support. Means a lot. So awesome stuff. Awesome stuff for sure. Let's see. My buddy just sent me a picture from up in New Hampshire. It is 55 degrees. 55 degrees. Good Lord. Oh. Let's see. Travi, what do you think is the most important thing for us to get to 8-4 this year? It is the line of scrimmage. It is the line of scrimmage. It is the offensive line. Travi, that's it. It's got to be the offense. And that's the biggest question this season. For Carolina to hit any of its goals, I mean, it's if you don't want to say O-line, if you don't want to go with that obvious answer, then it's Spencer Rattler. It's Spencer Rattler panning out and being the guy that we all think he is and is supposed to be. That's what it is. Again, if you don't want to go O-line because I get so old hearing that over and over, it's Rattler. It's Rattler, bottom line. It's a quarterback-driven game, and South Carolina was the only team in college football last year that won 4 different games or won games with 4 different starting quarterbacks. 4 different quarterbacks had a win on their roster, which is crazy when you think we won 7 games. 7 games. So, it all comes down to that guy in receiver. Luke RJ said he's never had a rumple shot. Imagine taking a shot of mouthwash with a bite to it. That's probably the best way I can describe it. So, like Christmas candy mouthwash with a mean kick to it. That's about what I equate it to. We're still working on getting Rattler on the show. I don't think it's probably going to happen just because of the way USC operates, the way they work. So it is what it is. I'm not sweating it. I'm not worried about it. We have great guests on, whether they're former athletes, their personalities, their media guys, whatever it might be. We get those guys on, and I'm happy with the guys that we get on. Today we had Ryan Suckup, for example, as a guest on the show. It was great to chat with him, Super Bowl champion, and all-time Gamecock great for sure. So really appreciate him taking the time and yeah. So, I mean, I'd love to see us get him on. I'd love to have him on. I'd love to chat with him, love to conversate. But we even offered to pay him. And just heard nothing. So there's only so much you can do. Let's see. Gamecock Club Welcome Home Tour. Shane Beamer going to be in Charleston. So, June 16th. June 16th. Beamer will be in Charleston. Rakeem Sprinkle, Jalen Brooks' role this year, I don't think he's going to play a lot. Obviously, getting Jalen Brooks back on the football team. I don't think he'll play a ton. Just because the guys you added, he already wasn't one of your top contributors last year. So I just, I don't think he'll play a ton, just to be totally honest with you. Let's see. Beamer's going to be in Charlotte Monday, June 13th. We already did this one. Okay. Greenville County, June the 15th. So, gonna be in Atlanta, Georgia, May the 25th. Yeah, as far as guests and the NIL stuff, and again, it's just, honestly, it's really not. I know it sounds crazy, and maybe I'm wrong for thinking this. Listen, we paid we paid Parker White a small fee to jump on the show. USC is so. I mean, here's the thing: even if you're willing to pay a player, there's no guarantee you can get them on. USC controls all their media availability, and USC's made it very clear they do not want me talking to their current coaches and current players. That's a fact, and that's okay because I can call for the coach to be fired or say this or say that, say a guy sucks, and nobody can stop me. So they don't want to let a guy come on because of that, and so be it. But I'm not going to give up creative freedom and censor myself just to have a guy join a Twitter space or get an interview. Because honestly, the $500 or the $1,000 that Spencer Rattler probably wants, it's not worth the return on investment. It's not. It's cool. It's a fun convo. Am I going to make $1,000 back from that conversation though? No, I'm not. That's the reality. I'm not. So I'm good on that. I'm happy for guys. I'm happy for guys getting the bag. I'm happy for guys chasing NIL. Not I, said the fly. Not I. I will not be the one doing that. I will not be throwing around thousands of dollars to have a 30-minute conversation. Sorry. It's not worth it. It's just not worth the return on investment because there is none. I mean, that Parker White interview, for example, really appreciate Parker taking the time. Did I make buku bucks off that? No. So, and I hate to make it sound like it's all about money, but like there's still guys out there, old Gamecocks in general, that just want to tell their story, they want to share their story and their path and their journey and all that good stuff, and they just want to come talk and chat. You know what? We'll rock with those guys, and I respect those guys wanting to get compensated for their time, and so be it. Rattler had talked about he wanted to come on the show. I'd love to have him on. I mean, again, we offered through my business partner with Dason Schlubby Law Firm, we offered to pay him to come on, and we just never heard anything. So that to me is a big fat no. That's a hard no in my opinion. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? We're not going to beg. We're not going to beg a guy. He's got other things to take care of, and so do we. So, that's it. Panic Road, what's going on? Happy birthday to you, Panic Road. Panic Road turned 30. Happy birthday, Panic Road. Let's see. Yeah, Beamer Rattler merch is available. We're actually getting that in Rivals in Florence, South Carolina. Met a new guy this morning. Might be helping me out with some printing merchandise-wise. So exciting stuff coming. The merch is not going away. If anything, it's only ramping up. I've got some other ideas for merch too that we will be executing on soon. I'm thinking, I don't think anybody will take this, but I'm thinking like a t-shirt that just has text on the front. And if you see this shirt, by the way, Homecoming 2010, how about the vintage throwback? But it says, I want to make a shirt that says, go, fight, win, kick ass. Just the text on the front. I think that'd be awesome. You put that on a hat too. Go, fight, win, kick ass. I think that'd be a great, or even put go with like a bunch of O's and then fight, win, kick ass. I think that'd be a cool t-shirt. That'd be a really, really cool t-shirt. Luke RJ, I mean, I could probably pay a guy $50 to join a Twitter space, but I mean, again, it's like, I understand why that's a cool thing, but at the same time, it's just like the amount of time it would take to answer 2 to 3 questions, and no offense, Luke RJ, but like the pre-canned answers they're going to give, they're going to give like pre-canned, very PC answers. So why am I going to pay for that? Like, if I thought that a guy, I could go ask Spencer Rattler, what do you think about Marcus Satterfield? And he'd give me an honest answer, then it'd be worth $50. But it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want I don't want to pay a guy to hear the answer. What do you think about the team this year? Well, we're just going to take it one day at a time and we'll play them as they come. And I think we got a good squad. Like, bro, like I want to hear more than that. You know, I need more than that. Like, I'm going to pay you. Let's have a real convo. You know, I'd rather go give Steven Garcia the $50 or $100 and hear him open up about Steve Spurrier and his career and what happened with Eric Hyman and like real juicy type details versus some pre-canned whatever, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no knock on the guys, too. They got to do what they got to do. They're on the team. They can only say certain things, but I'm good on that, man. I'm good on that. Doesn't really move the needle for me, to be honest with you. Anyways, taking your questions, comments. Let's see. Yeah, bring Garcia back. Garcia's always a great guest. Steven's awesome, man. Garcia's always a great guest. See, it's funny. It's like the Garcia the night before the bowl game thing is like one of those fish stories. The story gets crazier and crazier and crazier each year that it's told. But I don't know, man. Let's see. Travie, once Rattler's gone, he'll speak. Who knows? Maybe he will. I mean, he'll have his NFL money then. So I mean, I'd be more than happy to get him on. I'd be more than happy to get him on. But you know, once they get on campus, it's just tougher. It's just tougher. Yeah, it's just tougher once they get on campus. Anyways, like I said, we're out here every Wednesday, 6 to 8, taking your questions, comments. Always a good crowd, I feel like, on Wednesday, especially Wednesday nights. What you think? What you predicting? You think this one's a busy one or not? Dead? Dead Wednesday? I'll just never forget that one Wednesday I was in here. And it just like a wave of folks. And then the next thing I know, I was in here at 4 a.m. I was like, how did this happen? And that's normally how it goes in here. That's how it goes. One moment, you're sitting in the bar chilling at 11, and then you're like, it's 3. What happened? I mean, that's it. You're closing the bar. They're counting the money. Yeah. Chase is attempting to count the money. Said, I can't count the money. Get somebody else. I can't count the money. Oh, my God. Love it. Yeah, we'll get Garcia back on soon for sure. We'll get Garcia back on soon, no doubt, no doubt. Again, Panic Ritter, happy birthday, my guy. Appreciate you tuning in. Again, the schedule moving forward, June's going to be an interesting month. We've officially reached the most off-season month of the off-season, preseason, whatever. Doing our top 5 series in the podcast, talking just top 5 everything you can think of. It's list season, Mount Rushmore season. I know Barstool does Mount Rushmores. It's Mount Rushmore season to a degree. So we'll do our top 5 lists. We'll do those things. Yeah, outside of that, I think the Daily Crow is going to take a little bit of a hiatus for the next week or two, just because of things slowing down, not nearly as much to discuss. So those things will slow down a little bit. SECU going to keep rocking. We're dropping our first interview on SEC Unfiltered tomorrow. And like I said, starting next week, SEC Unfiltered, I'm very excited, has a schedule now. Tuesday, Thursday, we're dropping that podcast. I'm going to start making more. I'm going to talk baseball, but a lot of my content with SECU has been kind of reactionary to stuff going on. It's going to be a lot more starting next week, content that I am creating. Unique content, if you will. Like instead of me reposting somebody else's all SEC team, we're going to drop our own. We're going to drop our own standings predictions, our own predictions for every team. We're going to drop this, that, whatever. So that will happen starting next week. It's going to become, and that's the beauty of it. Again, joys in the journey. The content evolves. It gets better. I'm excited to get the SEC Unfiltered show onto our Blue Wire platform, which is going to help that show tremendously, help the business tremendously, help monetize that show, which is a very, very big deal. So, and a great step. And of course, if you haven't followed on social media, be sure to do so and check out that podcast. The show will drop tomorrow. Full predictions for the road to Omaha. Also talk a little bit of SEC winter meetings, or excuse me, spring meetings. It's not winter. SEC spring meetings. And then, Brad Long on that show as well. SeatGeek sending over the first payment. I love that. You got to love that, You get that little PayPal notice. That's a beautiful thing, my guy. It's a beautiful thing. SeatGeek, now our partner. SeatGeek, now a partner of ours. Go to SeatGeek.com or go download the SeatGeek app and use promo code SPURSUP for $20 off your first purchase for any purchase over $50 or more. And here's the secret. If you've already got a SeatGeek account, just use a different email. Make a new one. Use the promo code SPURSUP, and you get $20 off. We can all use $20 right now. The gas tank needs that $20, flat out. So, in any purchase of $50 or more, I don't know of any events you're going to where you're not spending probably more than $50 on tickets. So, anyways, trying to save you some money. Promo code SPURSUP. Pretty simple. SPRSUP. Appreciate SeatGeek. Very excited. I used to have them on as a partner way back in the day. Excited to have them on once again. Luke RJ says topics on the TDC tomorrow. Luke RJ, whatever you want to talk about. We can talk about whatever you want. Okay? It's tomorrow will be the last regular TDC of the week. Daily Crow. Friday we'll do Road to Glory. A little more casual, 11 to 1, because I got a tour in the upstate at 3:30, so I need to get on the road to be there for that. We'll go live 11 to 1 Friday, but I don't know, tomorrow we'll just talk about whatever. Somebody commented, says $20 will get you 2 lap dances at Myrtle Beach. I didn't know that. I guess. Yeah. I think the last time I went to a strip club in Myrtle Beach was like 2015. Why has it been so long? Not a strip club guy. Not a strip club guy. I'd rather save that $20 personally. Rather spend that $20 at Tin Roof personally. Not a strip club guy. That's a fun fact about me. Not a strip club guy. I haven't been in Myrtle Beach in a long time. Dirty Myrtle. Hey there. Yeah. I haven't been in Myrtle in a long time. Long time. When's the last time you went to Dirty Myrtle, Chico? Yeah. There you go. Anyways, yes, good crowd tonight indeed. You have good hearing, my friend, to the Mac. Yes, good crowd. We're gonna go like another minute or two. Like I said, shag night tonight at 8:30. If you want to learn how to shag, come on out. Tin Roof in the Vista. If you're tuned in digitally, come out to Tin Roof. Seriously, it's a good time. It's a very, very good time. Very excited, by the way, in the month of July, I think we'll start this, so a month from now, in the month of July, we will start the TSUS tailgate tour, or TSUS tour, I said, not tailgate tour, TSUS tour with Carolina Ale House, where we're going to go from location to location to location with Carolina Ale House, all the locations across the state of South Carolina. Basically just doing this, doing a live show, a meet and greet, whatever. We'll see what it turns into, a live stream. But I'm excited for that. I'm excited to get out and about, sort of kind of almost what Shane Bieber's doing. He's going to meet people, mingle, interact with crowds, all that good stuff. So whatever area you're in, I mean, Augusta, Myrtle Beach, Somerville, Greenville, Fort Mill, Columbia, I mean, wherever you're at, we're going to try to come there. We're going to try to be there. So it'll be a really, really good time. Details to follow on that. Also, in case you missed it, we are back at Seawells, by the way. The tailgate is set. We're back at Seawells. Very excited that we've locked that back in. We are back at Seawells. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Really looking forward to that. Going to be one heck of a football season yet again. You guys made that a huge success. I'm excited. Seawells gets rowdy. It gets crazy. We get out there. 7:30 kick for the first game. We'll be out there at probably 11. Probably 11. Noon at the latest, we'll be out there. TSUS tour dates. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. We're going on tour. We're going on the road. We're going on the road. Yeah. So, anyways, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up and get out of here. We got like 5 minutes, but we'll let you go ahead and get ready for Shag Night. Shout out to Nate. Appreciate you, my guy. Sound guy Nate. Filling in for Sound guy Phil. $3 drafts, $3 Rumple, $3 Fireball as well. Great food, great people, great times. Tip your bartenders, and let's have a Wednesday night. Every Wednesday, we're out here 6 to 8 at Tin Roof. Yes, the tour bus. We got to get the tour bus figured out. On that note, let's get out of here. Sound guy Nate, send us. Y'all stick around for Shag Night. Y'all have a great night. I'm Chris Hilton, Spurs Up Show. Appreciate you. See you next week. Thank you, Nate.